channel. How are you doing? I hope you are good. Thank you so much for your support and love on this channel. I appreciate you all. You guys, you are too much. Without you, I wouldn't be here. If you are new here on this channel, please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you are my old subscriber, I appreciate you for your love, for your sharing, for everything you have done to make this channel stand. I appreciate you all. On today's tutorial, we are going to be cutting an A-line short dress with ruffle sleeve. So this is what we are going to be making today. So I'll be working with back 15 inches, half length 16 inches, hip 44 inches, and the full length of the dress we are going to be making today is 40 inches. So without wasting much of your time, let's hit our working table as we begin to cut. Here is my material I'm using for this tutorial. So it's stretch material. I won't be joining this lining with the material I'm using. I'm sewing this lining separately. So the lining, I'm going to cut it separately, and I will cut my material as well separately. So here I want to fold my material. So I have 44 inches for the hip measurement. So I'm going to fold by my highest measurement, which is my hip. So 44 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 11 inches. So this is what I'm going to place on my table right here. So I placed my material on my table and I folded my material by my highest measurement. I told you I have 44 inches for my hip for today's tutorial. So I placed 11 inches and I added 3 inches to it, since we are sewing an hairline dress. So it's like a free dress. So what I'm going to do now is to divide my back measurements. Alright guys, this is my starting point. You can call it starting line. So it's my starting line or starting point. So I'm going to place my back measurement, which is 7.5. So here I went down 1 inch for the shoulder slope and I marked my armhole line. So from that point, I'm going down to mark my half length. So we have 16 inches for the half length of today's tutorial. So there's no need of measuring hip measurement because it's an A-line dress, just like free dress. So we are not taking any measurement for hip. So that's why I'm not going to mark 8 inches at that point. So I'm saying this for the sake of beginners. So I'm not going to mark 8 inches at that point. So here I want to choose 3 inches for the wideness of my neck, and I've marked it. So I'm connecting my shoulder slope to the wideness of my neck. So this is what I'm doing here. So I've connected it. So here I'm placing the quarter of my bust measurement, which is 9.25, 9 1/4. So I want to add 3 inches, like I said earlier. So I've added 3 inches ease and sewing allowance. Then I'm connecting my armhole. So this is what I'm doing here. So here on the half length, I'm going to get the waist measurement. I have 32 inches for my waist measurement. Divided by 4 is giving me 8 inches, and I've marked this 8 inches. And I'm going to add ease and sewing allowance as well. So this is what I'm marking here. So okay guys, this is what I'm doing here. I'm going to place my ruler and connect the lines together. I'm still marking it. So I'm connecting the waist to the bust. I'm placing my ruler and I want to connect from the lower part to the waistline and to the bust. So this is what I'm marking here. If you can't see this marking very well, please pardon me. It's because of the texture of the material I'm using right here. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to mark it very well for you to see. So having done this, I'm going to cut. So I'm cutting the armhole to my bust and to my half length and to the full length. So what I'm going to do here is to look for the volume of my neck for both front and back. So I chose 4 inches for the front depth and I'm marking it. So at the back, I'm going to choose 2 inches for the volume of my neck. So the depth is 2 inches at the back and 4 inches at the front. So I'm cutting on these 2 inches. So later I'm going to cut on this front. So I'm cutting on the point of 2 inches for both panel. So later I'm cutting this front separately. So this is the lower part of the dress we are making. As we all know that we are cutting an A-line dress, so I want fuller down part. So I'm going to measure 6 inches at that point, and at the other edge I'm going up 2 inches, and you could do 2.5. So I'm okay with 2 inches right here. So I will go up 2 inches and connect with 6 inches. So this is my 2 inches. I'm connecting these 2 inches to my 6 inches right here. And if you don't want this effect, you can leave your own straight. But I want fuller lower part. That's why I measured 6 inches and I'm connecting it to 2 inches. So this is what I'm marking here. 6 inches with 2 inches. I'm connecting it. I hope you saw what I did. If you don't want fuller lower part, you can leave it straight. So this is what I prefer. So I'm going to cut it. I'm cutting it. Cut it on the line I made. Can you see? So this is what I want to do. Can you see the fuller part of it? It's beautiful. So I want to cut the front depth. You know, I cut both on the back depth. So I want to cut the front depth. 4 inches I marked down. So I'm placing my scissors to cut. So I'm cutting it right here. Here is the back panel laid down on the table. If you notice, you will know that I did not add or zip allowance. I did not include it. So I want to use button at that point. So that's why I did not include the zip allowance. So I'm marking 3 inches downward and I'm going to slash it. So this 3 inches I'm marking right here and I will slash it. I'm slashing that point to 3 inches I marked. So this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to include the button at the back, so because I'm not going to leave it this way. Then I will cut my facing to pipe it. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm cutting the sleeve. So I have tutorial on basic sleeve. So if you don't know how to do this, you can check it on my channel. So I have 9 inches. Then I added 1 inch, making 10 inches because of sewing allowance. So I'm good to cut, and this is what I'm doing here. So I've cut it. So at the slim area, I want to take my measurement and add sewing allowance. So this 6.5. Okay, so there's ruffle at the to join the sleeve I just cut. So the sleeve is 15 inches. I've cut 10 inches now, so I'm going to cut 5 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making 6 inches. So this is what I'm going to cut right here. So I'm going to lay it properly, and I'm going to measure it. So I'm measuring the wideness. So I chose 20 inches. It's ruffle. So I want fuller home. I want it to be fuller. So this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to join the ruffle part to this sleeve. If you find this tutorial helpful, please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.